Now, Haryanto, a few days ago, I read an article on the Straits Times written by a reader, Ranjani Rao. Now, Ranjani has visited 30 countries, so we know she's an avid traveler, and she writes about how much she misses traveling. Well, Ranjani, I feel you 100%.
But Olivia, how many of us are willing to even get on a plane in these COVID-19 times? Now, experts say that while the risk of contracting the virus during a flight has been reduced, thanks to measures like air filtering, passengers should continue to take precautions while on board because the risk of getting infected cannot be completely eliminated.
Well, their comments come after the International Air Transport Association released findings this month stating that the risk of COVID-19 transmission on board planes appears to be very low and that current figures are extremely reassuring.
Dr. Leong Hoe Nam is here to share his expertise. He is an infectious diseases physician at the Rophi Clinic at Mount Elizabeth Novena. Doctor, let's say we're in a 14-hour non-stop flight to London. Now, on a long flight like this, what scenarios are the risk of COVID-19 transmission or any viral transmission for that matter is at its highest?
Good question. If you think about it, a plane is like a tube. You cramp it with people, you're going to get a lot of infectious agents. But in truth, the risk of transmission on board planes is actually very, very low. If you look at SARS, the first coronavirus one, that risk was very low. Now, if you look at COVID-2, the risk again is relatively low. But why is it so? The airplanes have a very good filtration system called a HEPA filter, and then it would actually clean the airway in for yourself, the 3 rows ahead of you, and the 3 rows behind. So if you have spatial distancing between the two and you wear your mask on, it's actually quite safe. There are a few measures that can help us in protecting from COVID-19. Number one, wear your mask on. You keep the mask on throughout the trip, except when you're eating. Number two, sit at the window seat instead of the aisle seat. The reason is as people walk in and out to the toilet, they actually may pass the infection to you. Number three, try not to use the toilet, and if you have to use it, please remember, wear the mask on and keep your hands safe. Before you touch your face again, wash your hands. Be very careful of the tap and the handles or even the push button for the toilet system. Anywhere you touch, the virus may be contaminated and it can spread onto you. Keep your mask on all the time, only except when you eat. When you eat, take it off. When you're done, put it on.
Right. Well, definitely good habits to pick up. So, Doctor, to further minimize the chance of contracting COVID-19 while traveling, would you say it's safer for passengers to transit somewhere or take direct flights?
I actually would prefer direct flights. The simple reason is if I transit at another city, then I'll be potentially exposed to viruses in the city. So I would have 2 points of contact tracing, not just on board the plane or even 2 planes because I bought 2 planes, but as well as the city which I'm transiting. So direct flights, less exposure. You're only exposed to the people on board the planes, and that means less risk for COVID-19.
Right, well, thank you so much for your time. As always, Dr. Leong, we've been speaking to Dr. Leong Hoe Nam, an infectious diseases specialist at the Rophi Clinic.